welcome back to the Citizen channel. You're all stay safe and well, and our preview of City against Borussia Dortmund. Yes, interesting game. We've got a good record against the Germans, so we'll see how that pans out. Wednesday the 5th of November, 8 p.m. kickoff. If you're there, guys, come and say hello if you spot me. Yeah, we'll have a match preview. We'll check out how Dortmund are doing so far this season. They're doing okay. Yeah, doing fine. Plus our look, of course, possible Pep's 11. Is there any need to change it? We will have a chat about that and look at the guys who've played all the Champions League games so far and whether Pep will trust those to start or or bring in any new faces. Certainly won't be bringing Kovacic in, will he? Unfortunately, he's God knows how long he's going to be out for now. But anyway, it's not looking great, is it? Of course, we'll look at the bookies. Yeah, not much movement on City as far as winning the Champions League is concerned, but interesting movement away from City in that. We'll have a look at that. And also Andy Morrison's predictions and my own predictions. As Andy's getting a bit boring with his scoreline predictions, he's playing safe all the time. You'll have to sort yourself out. I know he hasn't with the Liverpool game because I've already looked at that one, but that's disappointing to say the least, what he's come up with that one. But of course, he did it based on I think when Liverpool were probably firing away on all cylinders, which they've not been doing recently, have they? I'm recording this on the Monday after the weekend's game, which was against, and I forgot who it was against. Yes, Bournemouth. Yeah, it's only yesterday, my old brain. So I'm recording this, so all stats and injury stuff and all that sort of thing is correct at the time I'm recording this. And it'll be hopefully going out in a couple of hours' time after doing this. Yeah, please, guys, if you are new to the channel, as you know, it helps the algorithms, helps get this channel out there in the network, if you like. If you can press that like button, that'd be wonderful. If you can subscribe, if you enjoy the content, if you've not already done so, that'd be fantastic if you can do that. And of course, if you've got any hype points to spare, that would be wonderful as well. Yes, share the love, and they help with the algorithms and all the social stuff as well. So if you could do that for me, that helps the channel. And if you want to shout out and things like that, we'll talk about that later on. Before we go, if you want to shout out or help sponsor the channel or help the channel in other ways. But we'll look at that later. Let's get back onto this little preview of the game. It's going to be in the UK on TNT Sports 1, TNT Sports Ultimate, and Amazon Prime. There you go. Well, I'll be there, so I don't need it. Well, that's the only thing. Every time it's on Amazon Prime, we're either at home or something else is happening anyway. So I don't get the benefit of that one. So, outside of the UK, just check your territories to find availability for this one. It's usually pretty good outside the UK, isn't it? We'll chuck them out. Yeah, hopefully we'll chuck them out. But we'll check out Nico Kovacic's Dortmund. Yes, Borussia Dortmund. Yeah, I think he only came in January, I think. He's not been there too long. He's doing okay. They sit third at the moment. Behind Bayern Munich, who played 9-1-9, so Vinny's doing well, isn't he? 27 points. Then come RB Leipzig, they're on 22 points, and as I said, Dortmund have won 6, drawn 2, and lost 1, so 20 points. And of course, their only defeat so far was at Bayern, a 2-1 loss at Bayern Munich. So, I think they probably deserve to lose it. I think Bayern were the better team. Last time out on the Saturday, as we were playing on the Sunday, they won away. A very interesting game, actually. A very defensive-minded game from Dortmund. So it'll be interesting to see what they do when they come to ours. But they beat Augsburg at 1-0. They literally had just 2 shots on target in all the game. Pretty much defensive, and a good defensive display, don't get me wrong. They weren't sort of clinging on. And that's not the first time they've done that in a game. But will they keep this style away against us? We'll have to see. But I think we'll see a similar sort of style. They're quite organised as well. I think the manager's sort of still getting established in the team. But we'll see. Because in the Champions League, they've actually scored 4 every game they've played so far. So, I mean, doesn't sort of... Played a bit defensively, doesn't stand up, does it, really? Juventus 4, Dortmund 4 was the first game. Then they beat Atletico at home 4-0. And then they beat Copenhagen away 4-2. I watched a bit of that. Yeah, I think they've thoroughly deserved it. Copenhagen played okay, but Dortmund much better. So they'll probably be hoping to score 4 again, won't they? But, I don't see that. But I think they'll be disciplined as ever, controlled, and we'll have to be patient. I think in this, are great if we can get an early goal or two, but we will have to be patient. And of course, in the Champions League so far, they're one place above us. So yeah, they're in sixth place with a 1 goal better goal difference because there was 12 goals they've scored. What does history tell us? It's always nice to see what history tells us. Well, we met them 6 times in the Champions League. First time in 2012 and last time in 2022, of course, where Erling sort of went back to his old haunting ground, didn't he? So of those 6, we've won 3, drawn 2 and lost just the 1. So we've got 7 goals against their 5. So history says we usually do all right, and we're at home, so we've got to give ourselves a big chance, haven't we? It's never been high-scoring affairs, though, even though I say they've been rattling the goals in the Champions League, but I don't think this will be particularly a high-scoring affair. We'll see what me and Andy think in a bit. The next 4 Champions League opponents, they've got Villarreal at home, which is very winnable. Bodo Glimt at home, again, very winnable. Spurs away, who knows what Spurs is going to turn up for that. And Inter Milan at home, so they've got 3 home games after this one. So I think they'll get 8 out of 12, at least, out of those 4 games. And I do expect them to qualify, but probably just miss out on the top 8. I think they might finish, hopefully they'll finish below us, although at the moment, as I say, we've got some tough games to come as well. You sort of could have an argument for saying he could stay above us, but once we beat them on Wednesday, it doesn't matter, does it? We'll be above them again. So that brings us on to City. Can we beat them? Well, of course, we beat Bournemouth yesterday, as I'm recording this, and the squad against Bournemouth, if you look at that team, Donnarumma, Núñez, Diaz, Gvardiol, O'Reilly, Gonzalez, Bernardo, Foden, Cherki, Doku and Haaland. On the bench, I don't see many of these troubling Pep to stick him in the team, but you don't know. Trafford, Reinders, Stones, of course, played the last 2 Champions League games. Aki, Marmoush, Marmoush will be raring to go, but the fact he didn't get too long against Bournemouth, I can't see him starting this one. Rodri, of course, was on the bench. He came on for, 2 minutes? Something like that, something ridiculous. Anyway, at the end, I don't see the point of that. I don't know. Is there any point in it? I don't know. To check out my story of the game, which will be out soon, so we'll probably have a chat about that. At Nori, of course, chomping at the bit to get back, but O'Reilly's doing the business. Savic and Lewis, of course. Savic got time, but again, probably didn't impress too many people. So if you look at that bench, could you say anyone was actually saved for the Dortmund game? I think Pep went his strongest team. I don't think he messed about there. I don't think he kept 1 or 2 other guys off the bench. Of course, tactically, I don't particularly think Dortmund are a sort of massive threat compared to Bournemouth. Bournemouth have been playing really well as it panned out. They perhaps played too expansively. Bournemouth gave us too much room. I can't see Dortmund doing that. But, I can't see any real changes, can you, if everyone's fit? I mean, 2 players didn't exactly shine against Bournemouth. Of course, Bernardo didn't have a good game, but it's Europe. He plays in Europe, doesn't he? Is he going to leave the captain on the bench? And, of course, Doku was less than effective. Well, he wasn't a total disaster. He was okay. He was fine. And if you think about it, Doku and Bernardo have both played all 3 previous Champions League games, and there are only 2 of 6 who've done that. The other 4 are Donnarumma, Diaz, Gvardiol and Haaland. So I think they're sort of nailed on, don't you? So we could have a little bit of a doubt about Doku and Bernardo, but as I say, it's Europe. Doku didn't play badly against Bournemouth. So my Pep's 11, I'm going to be boring. Why change something that's not broken? Just go with that starting team. You've got options off the bench. Say you've got people like Marmoush to come on, make a difference and stuff like that. So, and of course, Rodri to perhaps get a few more minutes. But just stick with what we've got. So there you go. That's basically the team against Bournemouth. Donnarumma, Núñez, Diaz, Gvardiol, O'Reilly, Gonzalez, Bernardo, Foden, Cherki, Doku and Haaland. So, as I said, I can't see more than 2 changes to that, and possibly none at all. He might go. He's done it before this season, played the same 11, 2 or 3 games on the trot. So, big game, his best team. He's got another big game coming up at weekend, haven't we? But again, we've got to go his best team against Dortmund. He won't be saving anyone for Liverpool at the weekend, that's for sure. So there you go. That's my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts, guys, on the 11s. Any changes? What do you think? So yeah, let's have what have we got left here now? Predictions, that's it. Andy's prediction. Don't forget, Andy does these predictions probably 2 or 3 weeks previous, because he's has to obviously get them onto the online City magazine. So his prediction for this one, he says, with 7 points on the board already, it feels like we've learned our lesson from last season. Dortmund are a decent side, but not the Champions League force they once were. They're doing all right, Andy. We still need to be somewhere near our best. We will, but I don't see any slip-ups here. And Andy's gone boring again. I mean, he's again, he said 3-1 against Bournemouth, which is bog standard stuff. And he's saying 3-1 and now against Dortmund again. So come on, Andy, mix it up a bit, mate. I mean, you're forcing me to, I would have probably said 3-1 as well. I would have cheated, but I've come up with a different scoreline. Anyway, you can get 9s on 3-1, 10-1 in a place on that if you fancy having a little flutter on Andy's prediction of 3-1 to City. I'm going to go 2-0. I'm going to say go for a clean sheet. I'll be brave. I'm braver than Andy. Well, we know that anyway. Get 8-1 on that. Shut up, Bernard. Right, yeah, all the odds on the Champions League to win it. Of course, PSG are impressing. They're down to 9-2 now from 11-2. Arsenal are impressing, as you'd expect. They're down from 5s to 6-1, so very close behind. Barcelona have moved, because of those two moving in, other teams have moved out. Barcelona have moved out to 13-2 from 6s. Liverpool have moved out to 7-1 from 13-2. Bayern have remained at 15-2. Real Madrid have stayed at 9-1, and little old City have remained 7th favourites to win the Champions League at 10-1. So if you fancy a bit of that, yeah, that might start coming down. Who knows if we keep piling on the goals and piling on the wins. Dortmund to finish between 9th and 24th. Pretty much odds on, isn't it? 4-11 on. City to finish top 8. Definitely odds on, 2-7 on. I think that's a bit mean for the bookies. I don't think it's as clear cut as that. That's for sure. And for Dortmund to finish in the top 8, and say the 6th at the moment, if they can get anything against us, I wouldn't bet against them then. If they can get anything against us, they've got certainly easier games than us to come. So Dortmund are 2-1 at the moment to finish in the top 8. So Dortmund fans, fill your boots. Please, some more prices. Please gamble responsibly when the fun stops. And if you are having problems, please seek help as well. It's not much fun. It's a horrible addiction if you can't do it just for fun. Just try and. If you start stressing over it, then it's time to give up, guys, or seek some help. Other popular scorelines: a 2-1 City win is 15-2, a 1-1 draw is 17-2, a 3-0 City win is 10-1, and a 2-1 Dortmund win is 18-1. The match odds themselves: City 4-9 on, yeah, okay. A draw is 19-5, and a Dortmund win is 11-2. So again, options for Dortmund fans to fill the boots there if they want to Dutch those those ratings, rankings, betting odds, whatever we call them. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Coming up, yes, there will be. I've still not put out the story of the game for the Bournemouth game. Of course, the player ratings is already out there, so check out those guys, plus all my history stuff, lots of different things. I've concluded the Jack Grealish, look back at Jack Grealish. There will be a quiz coming up on Jack, and there will be a start of an Ederson one coming up as well. There'll be an Ederson a multi-part special on our wonderful keeper Ederson, who's one of probably the best goalkeeper Pep could have probably asked for at the right time. So there you go. He's got a different one now, hasn't he? Different stance now, isn't it? Different tactics, I think, with this new keeper. But right place, right time for Pep. Ederson, great goalkeeper. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Please, as I said, press those buttons. Contact me through YouTube, or any of my socials, or as I say, you want to shout out or you want to help sponsor the channel. There are other ways of supporting me, and obviously other things I do as well, like Bolt from the Blue. You want to find out a little bit more, just stay watching and listening.
Thanks for that, guys. Hope you enjoyed the feature anyway, and please, if you can, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, that'd be wonderful. And if you're not already a subscriber, it'd be great if you could subscribe. It's absolutely free. Also, check out all my social media links. They'll be in the description and comments below if you want to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, X, Facebook. We can chat on there and do all things City, of course. Also, if you're into film and TV, don't forget a lot of this channel is film and TV stuff. I love me film and TV like I do City. So if you're into that, have a look. Or even though someone who might not be that bothered about the football but likes film and TV, give them a kick in my direction. I'll be very grateful. And special thanks as ever to supporters of the channel. Piat6505, they've got a little eBay shop selling film and TV memorabilia mainly, including books, magazines, posters, lots of posters, and they do have some City stuff as well that they've purloined off me over time, so there'll be a few bits and pieces, probably more going on as well, so have a look at Piat6505 on eBay. And yes, if you do go onto eBay, and if you're a member, we do have memberships, 99p a month, you get early access to all my vlogs, so as soon as I do them, you get them. Sometimes it could be months before they're published generally, so a lot of the history stuff, so you have access, the membership gives you access to that. It gives you 10% extra off at Piat6505 if you want to buy any of that memorabilia. That's all, you can actually gain that from being a member and support the channel. That's a great way of supporting the channel, of course, like watching the ads on the original thing that you've seen now, my original feature. That'd be fantastic. So yeah, also before we go, podcasts. If you like your podcasts, I do a podcast with Mike Long in South Korea. It's called Bolt from the Blue, in our 8th season. Yeah, we've had some good fun on there. We're trying to have a bit of humour, generally look at City's games as and when we play them, have a look back. So please check out that. It's on Soundcloud, Spotify, all good places you get your podcasts from. There you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed everything about this feature, and you didn't mind me asking you about this at the end. And please, all I ever ask for you is to stay safe, everyone, especially you Blues.